I am Batman. Average Sniper.
Hey, what's up everybody? Average Sniper here, and welcome to another video. Today I have a topic I'd like to discuss that I didn't really give too much thought about until yesterday. So, as you probably know, my two main games that I like to play are PUBG and Warzone. PUBG is a more hardcore battle royale, more realistic, and Warzone is a more arcade style battle royale that just barely pushes the borders of realism. I like them both, but when I want to break from the super hardcore grind of PUBG, I like to play Warzone. But lately, I've found that Warzone is getting super hard. And I've noticed a lot of other YouTubers are kind of touching on this subject about how sweaty Warzone is becoming. Now, let me clear this up right away. Obviously, the game has been out for several months now, so people are a lot better at Warzone. You don't have so many noobs coming in, or you don't have so many noobs playing the game as when it first was released, so that's definitely a duh factor, but I want to get a little bit deeper with it, and I want to talk about specifically why I think PUBG is actually easier to get wins on than Warzone is. And keep in mind, there's a difference between a game being easy and hard and a game being easy to get wins on and hard to get wins on. And I'll try and touch on that a little bit during this video too. So yesterday I played Warzone for almost 10 hours, and for about 3.5 of those hours it was duos, and the rest of them I was just playing solo. And it was very, very challenging. I would say it was probably one of the hardest Warzone grind sessions I've ever had. And I ended up getting one win. Now, usually when I play, I can pretty much get a win every hour or two, you know? So I kind of wasn't expecting to get owned so much. And it kind of got me thinking, like, what are some of the reasons that Warzone is seeming so difficult? Because I did play PUBG the other day for about almost 5 hours and ended up getting 3 wins with my squad, and it was pretty fun. And I have fun with both of them. You know, I don't have to get wins for the fun factor, but yesterday did feel like way more of a grind than it did the fun factor, and that's what I don't like. So let me go ahead and talk about some of the reasons why I think PUBG is actually easier to win than Warzone. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is I think PUBG is a harder game. Okay. So that might confuse you. You might be like, well, if PUBG is a harder game, why is it easier to get wins? Well, the reason for that is because you can actually master PUBG and become much better at it than other people, which gives you a huge, huge advantage. Now, this is the big difference between a hardcore game and a casual game. So let's say you have a game that's really hard to master, okay? But you have done it. You've put your thousands of hours in. You've gotten really good. You know all the maps. You know the guns. You know how to control your recoil. Guess what? You're going to get wins simply because you're better than most of the other players out there. Not that you're, some kind of prodigy. I mean, maybe you are. I'm certainly not. I've just got, 4,000 out. Well, more like 4,000 hours into PUBG. So when I play it, I think that I tend to do better overall than I do at Warzone. Now, Warzone, I think, is an easier game. But just because the game is easier doesn't necessarily mean the wins are going to come easier. Because guess what? It's easier for everyone, not just you. So that noob that doesn't know how to play that just joined might get an easy kill on you because he has aim assist with his controller that gave him the kill. You see what I'm getting at? There's a difference between easy to win and easy to play. So that pretty much sums it up, but I'm going to get into a little bit more detail if you're interested, if you want to keep hearing me talk about this, and if you want to watch the gameplay in the background. This was an epic solo I had the other day. That was just, I was so excited to win it. Okay, so here's some of the things in Warzone that make it so much easier than PUBG. And basically give an opportunity to everyone to get it. I totally forgot my melee button right there. To make it easy for everyone to basically get kills. And even if you're a pro player, you can still basically get killed by a noob. That goes for any battle royale, but I think it's especially true in Warzone. Alright, so first off, I want to talk about the armor system in Warzone. The armor system isn't really an armor system. It's just extra HP. So you basically just get extra health points, and that's all it is. In PUBG, the armor system is way more advanced. It's not extra health points. it is an actual armor that absorbs some of the damage, but it's not OP. I've always felt like the armor in Warzone was kind of a cop-out just by adding extra HP onto the player. That means that if you have no armor and someone has full armor and you start shooting them in the back, there is a good possibility they can turn around and kill you because they simply have way more health than you. It's like shooting a super soldier. It's insane. Now in PUBG, that's not going to happen. If your aim is on point and you have no armor and a guy with level 3 armor and full health walks in front of you and has his back to you, you're going to win that fight. He's going to die before he knows what hit him, even with the level 3 armor. I really think PUBG's armor system is unique and very intuitive. It is amazing compared to the Warzone armor system. Now, I'm not dogging Warzone. I'm just naming the things that make it a casual game. The second thing are contracts, specifically the bounty contracts that give up your position. If you're trying to play strategically and tactically in Warzone, forget about it, because as soon as you find the perfect cover or as soon as you find the perfect position, guess what? Somebody's going to get a contract on you that's basically going to reveal your position to them, even if you're running perks. Let's talk about perks. Perks are another thing that makes Warzone more casual. I love the perk system. I really love it. But the fact that you can build up your soldier to be so much different than other players' soldiers, really changes the game, because you can do things that other players can't. You might be able to survive a direct C4 impact or a direct grenade impact while another player can't. You know, this definitely makes the game interesting, and it really can mess things up. Like if you're an explosives guy and you fight mainly with explosives and you shoot an RPG and throw a C4 at a guy and he doesn't die because he has a perk on that protects him from explosive damage. Just one example. I don't want to stay on the perk system, but that's another reason that makes it more casual. That kind of thing doesn't exist in PUBG. Everybody has the same abilities. If you throw a grenade at somebody's feet, you know they're going to die. They're not going to survive it because they have some special ability. Gulag and buyback system definitely make the game more casual, because you can die and get brought back into the game an unlimited amount of times or once in solos. Aim assist, we already touched on that a little bit. You know, aim assist helps players, and it's definitely required for a cross-play environment, but sometimes that aim assist can be a little OP and lock on and the guy doesn't miss a bullet. Not because he is skilled at the game, not because they're skilled at the game, but just because the aim assist works, you know. Gas masks. In PUBG in the final circle, you will never, ever see somebody camping in that Phase 6 or Phase 7 blue. It is a death sentence. You don't have to worry about it. But that can actually happen in Warzone. Not for really longer than 10 or 15 seconds, but it can happen, and they can come out of there with no damage. I won a game like that the other day, being in the heavy final circle with a gas mask on. Low recoil. Now this is a big one in PUBG. The recoil system is so hard to master, okay? That recoil system is so hard to master. But in games like Warzone, the recoil is almost non-existent. Even on the guns that people that are hardcore Call of Duty fans complain about, say, oh, this gun has so much recoil, basically has zero recoil compared to a gun in PUBG that has like no recoil. You know, it's like the lowest recoil gun in PUBG is like the highest recoil gun in Call of Duty. So that also makes it more casual. And pretty much anybody can jump on and win it. And then the last thing, I'm sure there's more. The last thing is the sound system. Oh my gosh. The sound system in PUBG is so freaking good. And I never realized that until I started playing other battle royales, where when you're in a building and you hear people's footsteps, you literally can't tell if they're below you, above you, beside you, or having sex with you. You just don't know because the sound system is so clunky. But in PUBG, if you're in a house and you hear a simple footstep, you can tell this guy is upstairs in the left room, most likely camping behind that desk up there. You just know because the sound is so good. I don't know how they did that, but I really wish Warzone would follow suit. But that also makes Warzone more casual, because you can be an excellent player and completely mess up because you misjudge where a sound is coming from and get shot in the back or get shot from above you or below you, simply because you can't tell based on the footsteps where the player is, and you can't hear the footsteps until they're right on you. So this makes wins in Warzone, I think, a lot more lucky than they are in PUBG. PUBG wins, to me, definitely require a high amount of skill and knowledge about the game. There's a luck factor in both games, but I think the luck factor in PUBG is a lot less than the luck factor in Warzone. let me know what you guys think about this. Like I said, I'm not dogging either one of these amazing games. I really love them both, and I love to point out the differences between the two just to spark conversations and friendly debates about it, and to work out bugs too. It's great to talk about these things in a way that's positive without just complaining about them, you know. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. Let me know what you think about the gameplay. Let me know if you have anything else to add that I didn't touch on. And once again, guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Later, everyone.